It's hard to describe what it's like to stand on the top of the Mount of Olives overlooking the old city of Jerusalem, or having a Bible study on the Sea of Galilee, or visiting Capernaum where Jesus based his ministry. And imagine what it would be like to walk through the Garden of Gethsemane, pray at the Wailing Wall, or have communion at the site of the empty tomb. Israel has a rich history, and it's the only spot on the planet where God walked and taught. And from the time your feet touch Israeli soil until you leave again, you're very aware that this is God's very special place on earth. After you've visited this land, you will never again read your Bible the same way. But this is more than a tour of Israel. You'll also be cruising the magnificent Mediterranean Sea, visiting 5 countries and scores of biblical sites, using the ship as your floating hotel. Your trip begins by flying into Athens, where after spending the night, we'll visit downtown Athens with its dominating Acropolis, the magnificent Parthenon, plus Mars Hill, where we'll have a Bible study in the same place Paul addressed the Greeks. Then you'll board Celebrity's cruise ship, the Infinity, and sail away on your 12-day Mediterranean cruise, settling into your beautifully upgraded stateroom. Celebrity is one of the world's top cruise lines, winning Travel Weekly's Best Premium Cruise Line 9 years in a row. We'll begin our cruise with stops at 3 stunningly beautiful Greek islands. Our first port of call will be Mykonos, with its scores of small churches dotting the island. Next, we'll port at Rhodes, famous for the Colossus of Rhodes, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The next day, it's Cyprus, a shopping mecca in its straw market. Then, we'll arrive in Israel, where we'll spend 3 biblically rich days actually walking where Jesus walked. We'll begin by spending 2 full days touring God's special place on earth, the old city of Jerusalem and its scores of biblical sites. We'll see the pools of Bethesda, the Temple Mount, the Southern Steps, the Wailing Wall, the Garden of Gethsemane, views of Bethlehem and the surrounding shepherd fields, have an incredible Bible study on the Mount of Olives with its spectacular views, and then top it off with communion at the spiritually impacting empty tomb. We'll then head up the coast and tour Galilee, where we'll see the breathtaking view of the Valley of Armageddon, the Mount of Beatitudes, Capernaum, where Jesus based his ministry, and a boat ride and Bible study on the Sea of Galilee. You'll even have the option of being baptized or rebaptized in the Jordan River. Then, after a relaxing day at sea with optional onboard Bible studies, we'll arrive at Crete, the island from which Paul departed on his shipwreck voyage to Rome. After Crete, we'll relax for a day on the way to Malta, the island Paul shipwrecked into on his way to Rome. After one more relaxing day at sea, we'll end our cruise in romantic Rome, Italy, where we'll visit the ancient Roman Colosseum, the Roman commemorative arches of Constantine and Titus, and end with a visit to Vatican Square. During your cruise, you'll enjoy 3 relaxing days at sea scattered throughout the schedule to enjoy the many activities and theater offered on the ship, as well as optional Bible studies with your hosts, top Bible teacher Josh McDowell and his wife Dottie, and Compass founder and executive director Bill Perkins and his wife Susie, who've taken over 50 trips each to the Holy Land. You'll even have the option of extending your trip at the beginning by arriving a day early and touring the ancient ruins of Corinth, where Paul spent 18 months ministering to the saints and penning 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. The columns of the Temple of Apollo and the ruins of the infamous Bema seat still stand there today. And if you have the time, join us for the post-cruise extension for A Taste of Italy, touring historic Florence with its famous Michelangelo's David sculpture, the famous Leaning Tower of Pisa, and 3 days and 2 nights in romantic and picturesque Venice with its spectacular waterways crisscrossing the island city. There's no cruise like the Biblelands cruise. Athens, Mykonos, Rhodes, Cyprus, 2 days in Jerusalem, Galilee, Crete, Malta, and Rome. 3 days at sea Bible studies, ship activities, and nighttime entertainment. Plus the pre- and post-cruise options to visit Corinth, Florence, Pisa, and mind-blowing Venice. Absolutely the trip of a lifetime. And the all-inclusive price includes the 12-day cruise, a deluxe stateroom with optional balcony, air from New York City, 1 night in Athens, 1 night in Rome, 5 land tours in Athens, Rome, and Israel, all-compass lectures, private tours, and transfers. And it's easy to hold your space so you can begin making travel plans. To reserve your upgraded stateroom, simply fill out the registration page in the Biblelands cruise brochure and mail, fax, email, or text it in today. And early registrants can receive great ship credits. Call for details. We hope you can join us. As anyone will tell you who's traveled with us over the last 25 years on any of our past Compass Holy Land trips, this is definitely the Biblelands cruise of your dreams.